Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. Diddy, for purportedly putting a head out on Suge Knight right from his prison cell. You all know this man is a threat, and we could require the justice fighters to step in on the grounds that this is going crazy. Diddy and Suge Knight have had hamburgers for over 30 years now, in any case. Besides the fact that they have been having meat in any case, the new reports have it that Suge has been perched on some lovely hazardous data about Diddy that is way more regrettable than we would have ever envisioned. Supposedly Diddy, as of late, became mindful of this, and he is allegedly frantic to stay quiet about this, so frantic that he purportedly attempted to get Sue taken out despite the fact that they're both in jail, and this is going to reach crazy degrees of untidy. I currently recall how I referenced that the business was out to get Diddy, and that the endeavors to bring him down would escalate. Well, it appears I was right, as Suge Knight is presently getting associated with the show. The disclosures he's making about Diddy aren't anything shy of stunning, assuming you felt that things we definitely realized about Diddy were terrible. Suge's most recent disclosures have taken it to an unheard-of level worse than anybody might have expected for some specific circumstance. Suge and Diddy have been adversaries for almost 30 years, and their fight is established in the notorious East Coast versus West Coast struggle in the rap industry. This contention went on for quite a long time, causing disorder inside the music world and shaking Knight claimed Death Row Records with Tupac Shakur as his star craftsman, while Diddy ran Awful Kid Records with Biggie Smalls as his fundamental ability. It's an obvious fact that Tupac and Biggie didn't get along, and their competition powered a lot bigger fight between the two camps. As a matter of fact, individuals from Line and Terrible Kid lack the ability to stand each other, which persuades numero us to think that Diddy might have requested a hit on Tupac to dispose of his opposition currently. I'm not. It was behind to say for sure that Diddy the hit on Tupac. However, Kid, who was captured in association with the Murr, has guaranteed that Diddy did, without a doubt, put the hit out, and, surprisingly, paid the $1 million reward he purportedly vowed to whoever took Tupac out. Well, the story that is coursed was that after Tupac got killed, Puffy purportedly gave the cash, I heard, to Zip, yes, and Zip said hould give the cash to Key, and there, yes, yet. He never gave the cash to him yet. Say thanks to God he never gave him the cash, right? Consider it. In the event that he gave the cash, Doggy will be in jail. Now cash available higher, so express gratitude toward God. It's simply a genuine story. I'm not saying okay or no, however, on the off chance that he would have given them the cash, it would have been, for hire and perfectly secure. Well, Key even uncovered that the FBI had the option to follow the cash, affirming that Diddy paid it out, but it didn't get to Key D. I said Zip said he was a filthy, better believe it. So FP let you know the Zip kept that cash. And he said Zip's a grimy everyone cross you, the final remaining one, to know each even attorneys your companions. Everyone can cross you. Now Key didn't precisely own up to taking Tupac out Diddy's requests, but since in light of the fact that that would have been self-implication, however, I figure we can all concur, he came to his meaningful conclusion when he referenced that Diddy paid out the putting $1 million abundance on somebody's head in 1996, that is a serious sign that Diddy needed Tupac gone. You all, even today, putting that sort of cash on somebody's head is wild. So simply envision how frantic Diddy purportedly was to have Tupac hushed in those days. On top of the East Coast versus West Coast fight, there was two tales that Tupac was wanting to uncover. Did sexual in a forthcoming melody back in the 90s, being exposed for being gay, was essentially a vocation capital punishment in the music business, and he was not going to allow that to happen. Recollect that he attempted to end Wendy Williams' vocation at the point when she thought for even a moment to talk on his sexual, which just fanned the fire and got individuals talking. A character some time ago, her name was Wendy Williams, and she was essentially consumed at the stake for discussing such, and presently it's everything complete. The cycle Wendy had, as of now, gotten individuals rolling. And the last thing that he really wanted was somebody on as prominent as Tupac affirming the bits of gossip and outing him many trust. This is the reason Diddy supposedly needed to act rapidly. He was sufficiently astute to purportedly plan the when Tupac was at that point engaged with individual show. On the night Tupac was shot, he and Suge Knight were in the MGM Great Hall when somebody in their company, Trayvon Path, recognized a man named Child Path. Child Path had recently denied him of his demise. Line chain half a month sooner reputed to have been on Diddy's requests. Well, Tupac furthermore, others bounced Child Path, who it turns out was Kid's nephew. Only a couple of hours later, Tupac was Keffy D in the vehicle during the drive-by. At the time, it was expected that the Shooting was retribution for the quarrel with Childpath anyway. Taking into account what we know now, it appears that Diddy could have been more included than recently suspected after Tupac's demise. Death Row Records basically fell separated. As I referenced, Tupac was their greatest craftsman on the name, and when he was gone, everything just disintegrated. Dr. Sneak K9 ultimately left, and Suge Knight went from being one of the top name proprietors in Hollywood to losing his grasp on that power. And assuming there's one individual on the planet who might have cherished to see Diddy's life destroyed, is Suge Knight. And the thing is, Suge has been exceptionally blunt about his scorn for Diddy. He's never a fest to play the Hollywood game or behave like he's pardoned Diddy for anything. No, he's forever been really forthright about the amount he can't stand him and has reliably remained on enormous business about it. So when Cassie approached to uncover for his awful conduct and abuse, she most likely did an entire cartwheel in jail, and that would have been a monstrous cartwheel cuz he's huge. And no doubt to remind you, she's been in jail since around 2018, carrying out a 28-year punishment for a willful man. After a 2015 secret run, he's not qualified for parole until 2034, while Cassie's claim left the remainder of us shook. Is F. Suge wasn't all that astonished in light of the fact that he's likewise known what sort of man Diddy is. I mean, a person purportedly able to take out one of his most prominent rappers ever isn't precisely going to delay when it comes to putting his hands on a lady. He's with the rapper Alia Banks. Moreover, affirmed Cassie's charges when she said this is valid. One time did he beat her up so terrible he sent her on a 3-week excursion to Hawaii just so nobody would see or question how her face got like that. Well, Alia is known to be one of the meanest and generally dubious rappers in Hollywood. So in the event that she's siding against Diddy and support Cassie, then you all better know that whatever Diddy did was foul as F. But on the other hand, there's the part where Cassie uncovered that Diddy attempted to unalive Shook for not a great explanation at all. The archive said, for instance, that on one event, when Mr. Combs and Miss Venture were utilizing drugs together in his home, one of his safety faculty jumped in and reported that Sue Conant of Mr. Combs was spotted at Mel's Drive and Burger Joint in Los Angeles. Mr. Combs started to get dressed, retrieving different weapons from a safe, and ran out of his home to where he accepted Mr. Knight was feasting. He knew how terrible it looked, so he decided to settle the claim with Cassie after only one day, which made him look blameworthy. Individuals as of now accept that he was blameworthy, and that if the case had gone to court, he would have found much more frightful mysteries out. Like I said, he was really frantic to keep his mysteries stowed away. He was sufficiently frantic to settle the claim in just a single day. In the eyes of the public, he's liable. Anyway, his legal counselors guarantee that just since he settled doesn't make him liable, and they said to make sure we're clear, a choice to settle a claim, particularly in 2023, is not the slightest bit of confirmation of bad behavior. Mr. Combs' choice to settle the law, Sue doesn't in any capacity subvert his flat-out refusal of the cases. He is cheerful they got to a shared settlement and wishes Miss Venture the best. Well, Diddy presumably thought him settling the claim was sufficient to kill the story, yet, given the way that things have worked out from that point forward, and the reality that he is in presently predicament with the federal authorities, I get most would agree that his settling the claim didn't very well work the manner in which he trusted. In any case, Suge chose to take the chance to spill some more tea about Diddy's activities. In the event that a man is able to uncover you from jail, then you better know that he's going to spill some reality since he's attempting to take you down. Suge has a digital broadcast thing that he does from jail, and in one most recent episode, he uncovered some more insane insights concerning Diddy. For instance, recollect how Cassie said that Diddy put hands on her and exploded Kid C's vehicle after she began dating Kid C? Well, she uncovered that guy really put hands on Cassie as well as his partner at the time, Capricorn, since Capricorn had some awareness of the undertaking and concealed it for Gassy dislike. His new news, same time he beat a mother. What's a young lady name? Cassie, or anything that he had in a sister by the name of Capricorn. He felt Capricorn C was keeping his about assuming she was wrecking with Kui, or not Puffy Beat, that assuming you're pondering why Capricorn will cover for Cassie and risk her own personality. This is on the grounds that Capricorn is Lauren London's sister. Lauren and Cassie used to be companions some time ago, and I surmise Capricorn was simply attempting to pay special attention to her sister's companion, yet it exploded in her face big time now. Suge wasn't covering since after Cassie documented her claim, Capricorn concealed Diddy, saying don't take the way of the devilish. Will not follow the individuals who do abhorrent. Avoid that way. Don't for a moment. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.